All right, Shalom. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. And peace and blessings to the elect. I have an article dealing with the mark of the beast. Um, it's from IntelliHub.com, and this headline: UN for the United Nations, the UN now chipping refugees, tracking them in global database separate from governments upon World Banker orders. It says World Bank oligarchs give orders for the United Nations, the UN, to chip refugee population. And this is from March 21st, 2016. All right, so now the world bankers, international bankers, the elite of Esau, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the so-called Illuminati, they're using the UN to start chipping these different refugees from these war-torn countries. All right, now I believe you had a lot of these Syrian refugees spilling into Europe and other places around the world. So now you got the UN, who's basically overseeing all of this. They're actually uh, instituting them to chip. Okay, uh, it says after the heavy corporate and three-letter agency integration of Fitbit data and smartphone ping data with almost everyone who's anyone in today's society, one can only guess the next major step for public health integration is in fact human RFID implantation. All right, I'm gonna read that one more time. It says after the heavy corporate and three-letter agency integration of Fitbit data, which is this smartwatch they sell at places like Best Buy and these other electronic stores that basically it tracks your steps, things for health. But it also says it says it's smartphone ping data because all your smartphones they have these NFC and these RFID chips, you know. So the corporate industry is pushing that vibration out there of tracking and RFID technology. Okay, so it says after the heavy corporate and three-letter agency integration of Fitbit data and smartphone ping data with almost everyone who's anyone in today's society, everybody, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Okay, one can only guess the next major step for public health integration is in fact human RFID implantation. So now they want to put the chip in you. It says, and it looks as if the United Nations is now leading the way by pushing toward a global database under the orders of world bankers. So these elites are really pushing for this chip now. You know, some of it's voluntary, but it's going to be mandatory and very involuntary. Okay, it says in 2002 the UN High Commissioner for Refugees approved the usage of advanced technologies such as iris recognition and microchips to identify refugees in Afghanistan and other regions in what some would call an Orwellian push for the eventual full-scale implementation of human RFID chipping. Right? So everything that we've been saying here, Great Millstone, from the apostles on down, is true, man. Okay? They want to chip the different people all over the world, man, through whatever way they can, whether it's health reasons, the police force, sports fans now, just whatever method that they could get to where they can get a mass chipping going on. That's what they're pushing for, okay? In the Alex Jones interview with Nick Russo, some years back, Nick Rockefeller told, not Nick Russo, Aaron Russo. Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo on the Alex Jones show. He brought this out. He said that they want to chip the people. So now the world bankers, the elite, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, all these different banking families, okay, they want to chip the people. So it's a true thing, man. All right. It says to no surprise, the UN, touting the new procedure on their website, okay, explains how chipping refugees will decrease the amount of fraud during a crisis. such as an economic collapse. People won't get their identity stolen, their funds won't be depleted. We're going to have to give you the chip, right? But in the case of these refugees, things like war, okay? It says, and will ultimately somehow save refugees from long wait times, such as another thing dealing with long wait times is now at the airport. You got this guy that went through one of these airports, can't remember where, but he had the chip and he just breezed through and he got on the plane. He scanned his hand and he got through. Okay? It says, and will ultimately somehow save refugees from long wait times when receiving aid or other services. And additionally, the UN says that they can also track radicals and extremists, and that's the new word now, dealing with those that are passionate about the religion, so to speak. Okay, they use the word extremist. Matter of fact, Obama used that, and I did a video on that sometime last year. How Obama and these guys like Cameron and all these guys in the UK, they want to get these extremists off the street, which that's talking about us, the Hebrew Israelites, mainly a Great Millstone. They want to get us off these streets from teaching this truth. You know, so when they start pushing this chip out, this is going to be a way through the UN for them to track people who they deem a radical or an extremist by giving them the chip. Okay? So it says, additionally, the UN says that they can also track radicals and extremists who may potentially emerge from any one group of refugees at any given time. However, the UN claims it is only interested in tagging the refugee population and does not wish to step outside that scope, which we know is a damn lie. Okay? It's all for complete control. So who will own the data? Apparently, the UN will control the flow of data because that's going to be the elite central base. Okay? Which can and will likely trickle down to a country level and even a private bank level. Yes, you read it right. Private banks will have access to the information. According to Sarah Solomon, there are already partnerships between the UN biometric database and local banks, maybe your Wells Fargo's or your what else? Your SunTrust banks, your what else? Your BB&T banks, all these different banks, okay? Private banks, and if you have a chip, they can have access to your information. It says there are already partnerships between the UN biometric database and local banks, just as there are regular data exchange mechanisms between the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees and the Public Security Department of Jordan. Now, that's over in the Middle East, but it's a testing ground to come over here to America. It says, in fact, the orders to chip the population were actually originally issued by world bankers. But you got guys like Nate and IUIC and ISUBK saying, oh, the mark of the beast isn't a chip. It's not going to be used for tracking. It's going to be an embargo. All this bullshit. When all this information is coming out on the elites about how they want to bring this chip to the public, man. You know? Pursuant to Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. Okay? It says, in fact, the orders to chip the population were actually originally issued by world bankers, who then instructed the UN to create such a system. If you think this is a conspiracy theory, it's not, Nate, Johanna, okay? It's a real conspiracy, and it's actually taking place as you are reading this very article. As of in 2014, it was reported that every Syrian refugee was registered into the UNHCR database. Some 460,000 of them, and that's just what has been openly admitted. Additionally, the UNHCR has 120,000 refugees living in 9 camps in Thailand and more than 100,000 refugees in Chad, which is in Africa, okay, who have been registered and identified through biometric tracking, reported Forbes. Okay? Hey man, this chip is getting ready to be put out on a public platform, man. It's going mainstream, as brothers been saying, man. So and you know what? Pursuant to Revelation 13 chapter, they want to do it by classes of people: refugees, medical workers, medical patients, prisoners, school children. That's how they want to push this chip, man. Okay, so without further ado, let's go into the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. And let's get to the point. Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, all now. And this is so-called white man, it's elite. These world bankers. Okay, these world bankers, the elite, causeth all, both small and great, these refugees, okay, these high top celebrities to get into these private clubs, okay, rich and poor, free and bond. That's an example in the article, man. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay. So let me go into this Greek here. All right. You see the Greek word for mark is charagma. All right. Let's see what this mark is. G5480, which is charagma in the Greek, a stamp or imprinted mark, to thin carved, sculptured, graven work. Okay, so something that you have to engrave or it says charagma from the same as 5482, a scratch or etching. Right? When you scratch or etch, you're cutting into the skin. You scratch yourself, right? You had a toy back in the day called an Etch-a-Sketch, you know? So that's what these RFID chips, that's how they're going to be implanted. By imprinting, graving, implanting, scratching, and etching into the skin or the forehead to track the people, man. And put all the information on it, financial information as well, okay? It is the world banker, so obviously your financial information is going to be on these chips, your banking information, okay? The world bankers are giving the orders, all right? So let me go back, because there's another word that I want to pull out. It says, and he causeth all. That's the word, all. It's G3956. In the Greek, it says individually, which is the Greek word Pais, if I'm saying it correctly, all right, which says individually, all right, and it says the KJV translates in the following manner: all things, all men. So what the hell is wrong with Nate saying that it's talking about big nations and small nations? No, it's talking about all men, man. Okay, and we read the definition. Matter of fact, the same word translated as every man. And it says nothing in here about a nation or a damn country, man. Okay? So IUIC, you zombies out there, man, y'all gonna be destroyed, man, if y'all don't wake up, man. Okay? I'm only talking about the elect that may be up in there. But the rest of you niggas, y'all gonna be blasted by a laser beam from one of the chariots, man. Okay? So it says individually, each, every, any, all, the whole, everyone, all things, everything, collectively. Some of all types. You got different refugees, prisoners, school children, like I said earlier, police force, medical patients. They're all collectively or individually. You're collectively as a group and individually, each man, woman, child, they want to implant with this chip, man. Okay? That's how this thing is going down. All right? So let's read it again. Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell or bank or go to school or whatever get a job, save he that had the mark. So you have to have that mark, man, that chip, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And these numbers on these chips are going to be put into this database. Okay. It says in this article from IntelliHub, it says UN now chipping refugees, tracking them in global database separate from governments upon World Banker orders. Okay? That's what this so-called white man is trying to do. All right? Esau, Edom, all right? These Edomites, these elite banking families, they want to take control of the world and control of the people, man. All right? But if you take that chip, you're going to be destroyed, man. Okay, so I'm gonna end off with this last scripture. All right, as always being brought out, Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, so if you take this chip, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation, his righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. You're going to be destroyed in those nuclear missiles, and the presence of the holy angels, which are the chariots, and the presence of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. And they're going to be melted alive in that destruction, man, and that nuclear hellfire. Revelation 14:12. Here is the patience of the saints, the elect of Israel. And here are they that keep their commandments. One of the commandments is don't take the chip of the Most High Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. All right? So you can't take this chip, man. The Most High, he has a special judgment for these chippers, man. Okay, or these chippies. All right. So let Johanna and ISUBK go ahead and get that chip, man. Okay. You too. You and IUIC, you can get the chip. Okay. You other dumbass niggas out there in Israel and the black conscious community, go ahead and take that chip, man, and watch the Most High zap your ass. Okay. But as the scripture says in Joshua, as for me and my household, all right, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, that household, the household of GMS, we're not gonna take this chip, man. Okay, Lord willing, I'm of the elect. I don't want to take that chip, man. Okay. All right, we're gonna serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of the Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well, the whole 100% truth, and honors and peace and safety to the elect brothers out there in these camps teaching this truth. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.